Humanity has been driven from Earth, but now it's time to take it back. Join the Reconquest and fight the Scourge on the Drop Zone Commander Hub at beastsofwar.com. Keep your blaster handy, the West is a dangerous place. Fight to survive as men turn to monsters and the dead rise on the Wild West Exodus Hub at beastsofwar.com.
Hi guys, welcome to What's in the Box. It's time for more Relic Knights with myself and John. Okay, John, you've picked this one out.
I picked this one out. Yes,
yeah,
I did.
So I'll open the box and I'll pass everything to you.
Okay.
Don't defy me.
Just
there we go.
pour it out. Okay, there we go. Right.
So we have a pacer.
Yep. This is a pacer for the Cersei Speed Circuit.
Okay.
Basically, there's a little bit of flavor text that was in the rule book.
Okay.
And I was reading it and I thought, I kind of like this. I was looking at it and I was like, the way I was mentioning before, I was looking for a faction that had a little something different.
Yeah.
And Cersei gave me a little something different when I was reading this. So basically, pacers.
Aye.
Pacers are, like in a Formula 1 race, the pace car.
Okay.
These are the ones that go along, they set everything running, they make sure that everybody gets away safely and all that sort of stuff. But they're semi-sentient as well, these pacers.
Okay.
They are the biggest fans of the sport that exists.
So these are the Uber fans who actually get to work there.
Yes, these are the Uber fans that their processors are set up in such a way that they can monitor multiple races across multiple planets while doing the job at the race they're currently at. And that's what I love about them. And it even says in the fluff, you've got to make friends with the pacers because the pacers know the rules better than you do. So do not argue if they've said you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
And they're also, just again, I'm going to rant a little bit.
Well, there's a little bit of flavor text on the back of the box.
Give me the. Okay.
Read it.
Okay. Pacers aren't just skilled utility bots. These lovable chi are also the ultimate racing fans. Every pacer is sure to catch you up. Yeah, catch you up on the latest circuit trivia, even as they extinguish the fires on your burned out racer. That is what a pacer does.
Yeah, well, you see, it's the interesting thing for the world because the Chi are actually any menial bot within this world.
Yeah.
Whenever the Dark Space Calamity happened, they all gained sentience and access to the Chi network. So every last robot in this world is sort of interlinked to a World Wide Web of their own.
Yeah. But again, back to the flavor text on them, they are hilarious because they've been known to, frown upon rule breakers a little bit, to the point of having rammed them off the circuits as well. Because they go, you can't do that, and if the racer's like, I can do what I want, the pacer's like, no you can't, and just swipe the thing off the track.
Alright, well, we've got the stat cards here. So, wow! Okay, that's fast.
Yes, well they
Initial
are.
move of 10 inches, secondary move of 7. Awful in combat, awful at shooting, awful at magic, and a decent armor. Okay, well it's cheap, it's 6 points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the abilities here just to get a flavour of it while John gets the bits out. So we have Garage. It's an AoE buff. Units ending their activation in the area heal 3. That's useful. Having healers on the board that can move fast, very useful.
Yep.
Suppressing Foam AoE. Remove all AoE tokens in the area from play. Enemy AoE tokens cannot be placed in the area. Oh, so this places an AoE which removes enemy ones, but if you boost it, it means that the enemy can't then replace the tokens. That's very useful. Oil Slick AoE debuff. If your model stops on any move in... Whoa, hang on. Let me try and read this because the English is confusing me slightly. If a model stops any move in the area, immediately push the model 3 inches from the Oil Slick token. Okay, so
they slide through it, or slide away from it.
That could be very useful if you want to stop an enemy getting to your objectives, because you could actually place maybe 3 of these around an objective through the game. Your objective is then surrounded by oil. Any enemy trying to stop at your objective skids on past it and can't actually complete the objective. That's clever. That's very clever and very useful.
So these little lovable bots have a little bit of use to them.
Yeah,
but it's a support bot, that's the thing.
Yeah, but they're also a creation initiate, which means they have access to the creation spell list, which certain people get. Very useful little creature.
Yep. So, parts.
Components.
We have the top of the body.
Okay, so top of the body.
Yep. and the bottom where the legs attach.
Okay, so this slots in like so.
Yeah. So the front of the body is where these two little ports are if you spin it around.
This or
the other end.
oh, this is the front?
That's the front.
Okay,
Yep.
I got confuzzled.
Okay, so that's the front. Then you have the legs.
Okay, so a little quadruped bot.
Yep, little quadruped on wheels.
Yeah, very light, very spindly, but you imagine this thing just zipping all over the place.
Yep. We then have two of its, I wouldn't call them weapon pods, I'd say they're...
Utility pods?
Utility pods or something like that, yeah.
Okay.
The one that's open, when I bring this little sprue in, has a little arm protruding from it.
Okay.
Or a probe of some sort as well, a little tool of
Okay.
some description. There's also the antenna
Alright.
at the top.
And the exhausts, I'm guessing?
And the other two exhausts or whatever they happen to
Alright.
be.
Well, I want to get this built because they sound like a really fun little unit to actually lay down on the table. They're cheap and they're a minion, so you can probably have multiples of them.
Yeah.
So if you have maybe 2 or 3 of these just sitting in your deck, you can just, oh, you blew up one. Guess what? I have a backup. Guess what? I have a backup.
Yep, exactly.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, John, go build it. We'll be back after the break. Okay, we're back. You have our pacer built.
Yes.
How was the build?
Quite easy and very nice and simple for a very effective looking little model.
Yeah, it actually feels like a functioning little neck. Very, very cool.
Well, a little bit of cleaning up needed to be done, but,
Yeah, but
that's...
it's part and parcel of the hobby.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But you are left with something that is very characterful in its own little right.
Yeah, and whenever you paint it up, I'm sure it just... I assume if you had a couple of these, you would paint them up a different colour each, maybe?
Maybe, or just number them differently or something like that. I'm not
maybe.
too sure.
Although, I actually noticed during the break, there's a little bit of flavour text on the card here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read it out.
Okay.
Caution, my sensors indicate that you are on fire. Do you require assistance?
Probably distracting itself while putting out the fire and watching who won the other race, you know, a couple of light years away.
No. Whoever's on fire, you are on fire. By the way, this person is in first. You suck.
By the way, the princess just won another race.
By the way, Princess Melia is in first place. I must clear your wreck so she can finish the race.
But yeah, the Pacers, as soon as I read the little backstory to them, I was like, no, that's cool. That is something different.
I'm sensing you like this faction then.
I am gaining a little bit of fascination by them, yeah.
Alright, well, we'll see if we can get a closer look at them in future unboxings. Okay guys, drop your comments below. What do you think of the Cersei Speed Circuit? Do you play them? Should John play them? And do you run Pacers? And are they as funny on the track as their fluff would lead you to believe? We'll see you in the next video.
Venture into the dangerous dungeons of myth as a mighty hero and stand against the darkness. Visit the Myth Hub on beastsofwar.com and begin your story. Become a general of mighty armies at the Kings of War Hub. Take command of elves, dwarves and orcs in this game of massed fantasy combat on beastsofwar.com.